What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's second video, and I'm really excited to talk about this video on Cardano, and exactly why is because we're going to take a look at this fractal that we talked about in the last video and see if it's still playing out. And it is, guys. It actually is still playing out, and it actually has an added dimension that we're going to talk about early on in this video. We're also going to take a look at what our measure move is out of our current symmetrical triangle on the hourly. We're also going to take a look at our weekly Fibonacci targets to see what are the next targets for Cardano in the bull market. All right, so that sounds good to you guys. You guys are new to the channel and end up enjoying today's content. At the end, press that subscribe button. Appreciate all you guys that take your time out of your day to do that. All right. Now, let's take a look at this this fractal. If you guys missed it on the last video, go check it out in my last video, but I'll give you guys a quick explanation, right? So we had this bull, well, not a bull flag, but a rising channel down here. We also have a current rising channel up here, and you can see that the price structure is extremely similar, right? You guys, we got a pump up to the upside, and we dip back down, dead cat bounce up, lower high, right? You see the same thing here. Pumped up, right? Jump back down, dead cat bounce, lower high, and continue down to the downside where we got a massive wick on the bottom of the channel, right? Same thing on this green box, same thing in this green box, massive wick. We pump back into the upside, all right? We got rejected on the top again. Same thing here. Pump back up to the upside, got rejected on the top, came back down, retested the bottom of the channel, got a big wick, big buy pressure at the bottom once again. Same thing here, big wick, buy pressure at the bottom again, and then we continued up. Right? And then we just kind of rode. What we talk about, guys? What did I talk about? I told you guys that what was going to happen is we're going to come up to the upside, come back down, retest it again, kind of ride this up until we get another pumped up to the upside. And what did we do, guys? We did exactly the same thing. We pumped up to the upside, came back down, touched it again. We didn't ride it this time. This time, Cardano was just super bullish, and we ended up just pumping straight back up to the top of the channel. But look at what we're doing now, guys. We're actually forming the same pattern that eventually broke us out of our last channel. You can see down here, this one's obviously on a much smaller scale, but you can see we had a symmetrical triangle playing out down here, and that eventually pushed us back up to the upside, above our channel, and into our new rising channel. You can see exactly what we're doing now, guys. Symmetrical triangle. And you can see what's very similar about these two symmetrical triangles is if you extend them all the way out, they're your resistance. Like when you pump back up and you got rejected here, and then you came back down to retest the support, that was your resistance. You can see if you do the same thing here, you extend this out, that was your resistance, right? Same thing before you dump back down to the bottom again. So extremely similar circumstances that played out there for Cardano in both of these channels, and I'm expecting a upwards move here, but it always is possible we come back to the downside. If we do, our downside target is probably about $1.12, $1.10, somewhere in that area if we do actually break to the downside of this symmetrical triangle. But let's look at our bullish targets here. So switching on over to the hourly, this is our current symmetrical triangle, right? Just on the hourly, zoomed in so you guys can see better. Also, we also have on the hourly a short term, right? A falling wedge. We've got 3 touches on the bottom, 4 touches on the top now, and we're just now going back up to retest the top of the wedge. Now, if we break out of this wedge, our measure move out of the wedge is the first touch on the wedge, which I would say is right there, which is about $1.33. That's our breakout target of this rising wedge, right? But if we break out of that rising wedge, it should break us out also out of our symmetrical triangle. And our measure move of the symmetrical triangle, right, is our measure move from the top to the bottom of the triangle, extrapolated at our possible breakout point. Let's say we break out somewhere in this area, would put us all the way up here towards $1.54. And we switch back over to the 4-hour chart. You can see $1.54, guys, would put us approximately at if we continue to pump here, probably right around the top of the channel somewhere, right around in this area. So it's possible we can come up here, kind of consolidate all the way up, hit 154, just like our measure move is here on the hourly, right? If we do actually break out to the downside, which is always possible, guys, I don't want to see us break this general support area here. You can see that's kind of where we got support last time on our first dump. That was our previous local high back here from mid-February and also end of February. So I don't want to see us break that 116 mark, and I don't think we do if we do continue to act to the downside here for Cardano, okay? Now, that's the hourly chart. We know our target's 154. Well, That's just the hourly. Let's switch to the weekly and look at our long-term target. So this is our Fibonacci target from our swing high to our swing low. And you can see our next, we just hit our 1 Fibonacci target and we pulled back. All right, that was expected. That's our all-time high. So that was expected to actually be resistance, and I'm not surprised we got a pullback there. Now, what's next if we end up continuing to the upside? Well, our 1.618 Fibonacci is at $2.10 approximately. Our 2.618 Fibonacci is at the $3.39. And our 3.618 Fibonacci is at the $4.72 level. So those are our next three, Fibonacci targets extended from our swing high to our swing low on this chart, guys. So make sure you guys are watching out for this, because this is really where, if you guys are into taking profits wherever, these are probably the levels you want to take profits on if you guys are in to taking profits. You guys know I'm a long-term investor. I'm not taking profits until I really see this market getting super exuberant. Yes, Cardano has been super exuberant, but we haven't really seen that super exuberance out of Bitcoin and Ethereum yet. Once we start seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum, having crazy days where they're going up 20, 30%, multiple days in a row, that's when you might know that the top is in, but we haven't seen that yet, all right? So let's quickly look at the Bitcoin, Cardano Bitcoin pair. You can see that our last, where we just wicked to for the most part, we wicked a little bit above it, was a critical level looking left. You can see here, this was our top from back here in December 2017 on the ratio, our support in April 2018, May 2018, and resistance in June of 2018. So that's a big, big area that we need to break for Cardano. And you can see where we back tested. We came all the way back down, wicked right to, look left, right, our highs from March 2018, June 2018, and July 2018. So that makes a lot of sense of why we came back down and retested that level as support before continuing up. Now, what's our next level on the ratio? Well, it's probably, just looking at it, eyeballing it here, it's probably about this level here. You can see we got support on it back in February 2018 and resistance over here in May 2018. So we could have a massive move if Cardano can continue on the upside of this trend. I do think Bitcoin is due for a nice move up at some point, which may hurt the ratio a little bit for Cardano. But Cardano could just pump harder and higher than Bitcoin does. Okay, so it could still gain on the ratio. Even with that, okay? So that's really the video on Cardano today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I also made a video on Chainlink today, so go check that out on the channel if you guys missed it. And I will be live streaming tonight at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM, right? Not AM, all right? For all you early birds out there, we don't stream it at night. But anyways, if you guys are new, press the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the stream coming up in a little bit. Peace out.